Stan is short for Stanley.
Hey guys, sorry it's a little bit late today, but I figured I'd pump out a video for you. And this one's pretty much just going to be about my critique on typical bro splits. Typically they're body part oriented, broken down into anywhere from 4, 5, 6 days a week, just based on splitting up certain muscle groups and just making sure that each one is just hit once a week. It could be anything from chest and triceps, that's a very common one, back and biceps, maybe shoulders and calves, or shoulders and abs, something along those lines. I guess the biggest critique that I really have with it, and I mean, different things I guess work for different people, but the typical bro split's probably going to work better with a certain population versus another population. And to put that in simpler terms, if you are not a natural lifter, you are probably going to benefit much more than a natural lifter would from a typical bro split. And the reason is because a person who's enhanced has a longer period of protein synthesis following each of their workouts. So essentially you just recover faster. So where does this really become an issue? And not only do you recover faster, but since the synthesis lasts longer, is you're basically building more for a longer period of time following each subsequent workout. But I think in general, everybody could really benefit from the alternative to this. Even I think a push-pull type of thing, maybe push one day, pull one day off, push one day, pull one day off, I think could even possibly be a little bit more beneficial. And you might be asking yourself, why do you think that versus regular bro split? And the reason I am saying that is because you could have the opportunity with a push-pull versus a bro split to add a little bit more frequency. Now, if you're a natural lifter and you don't have the luxury of having that extended period of extra protein synthesis and having that necessarily a quicker ability to recover, it might benefit for you to train a little bit more submaximally, maybe in the RPE 7, RPE 8 range throughout your training cycle. And basically just being able to train a couple things a couple times a week. So you have that protein synthesis basically happening multiple times a week on that particular body part. So let's say you're a natural lifter and you're squatting 315 for 3 sets of 10 once a week or something like that. And I know I've gone over this in previous videos before, but I really want to hammer this point away because I think that it could really benefit a lot of people. So instead of you doing the 315 for 3 sets of 10 on a Monday or something like that, you break it up into 2 sets. So you're not only lessening your work for that day, but maybe because you saved a little bit of energy that day, you could break it up from you're doing the 315 for 2 sets of 10 on squat that day. Wednesday, you're also doing it for 2 sets of 10. And then Friday, you're also doing it for 2 sets of 10. So instead of the initial 3, now you're hitting it for 6, and you're probably coming out of it less sore, and you're having increased protein synthesis throughout that entire week. So do you see what I'm getting at here with the benefits? I definitely think natural lifters are going to have a much better strength and size carryover if they switch to a higher frequency type of things. Granted, there's some exceptions. Obviously, you don't want to overwork too many things. And for some reason, different muscular groups tend to act a little bit better. For instance, a lot of people have much better luck benching, and a little bit higher frequency, sometimes even 3 to 4 times a week, depending on what you're doing. Obviously, you don't want to do it to the point where you're really damaging yourself too much, and you want to be able to increase that volume over time, and that might be hard if you're starting off at 4 times a week. So keep that in mind. Versus squat is sometimes useful 2 to 3 times a week, and deadlift 1 to maybe 2 times a week, but I've never had much luck with going at least not heavy twice a week. So just some stuff to keep in mind. Higher frequency is going to be the key to having higher protein synthesis, as well as being able to build up volumes in different ways that you wouldn't be able to otherwise. That's the video for you guys today. I'll see you guys on Friday. In the meantime, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys then.